gosh, I'm so nervous. This is my first time going live on Insta. Alright, so it has started. Alright, so guys, please forgive me. Welcome to anybody who is watching the repeat. As you can see, me and my guest, JD. Hey JD. Odane. Hi Odane. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, this is my first time going live. So I started a little bit early just to see if I can get the setup right, because we are doing a little bit of yoga, or we're gonna at least try. So let me see. Oh, can wear those? Yeah. Alright, let me see if I can just bring it back a little bit. Alright, so welcome to everybody. Magnificent. That's Shani, I think. Fifth Acapella Symphony Company, Cocoa. Big up yourselves. Alright, so if you want to join the practice, remember, say all you need is a mat and yourself. Daniel, hi, free. Oh my gosh, is this Karen? It's free. Bye bye, Karen. Hi, Naz. Oh wow, hi Karen, how you doing? Awesome. Alright, so yes, so if you are going to be joining, hi. Hey Danielle. Karen, say hi to Huzzy and kids for me. Alright, welcome to Danielle and Sean. If you're going to be joining the practice, we're not going to start until 5 minutes past 5, so take your time, put on a little t-shirt or a little shorts or something and get your mat. If you don't have a mat, that's perfectly fine. I used to just use a towel. I used to just take one towel and put it by the floor. And if you don't have a towel, even if you don't have a towel, it's also perfectly fine. But I recommend a towel just to wipe off the sweat, because boy guys, why the place up is so hot. Hey Sean, I'm good. How are you? Are you joining the live, or are you just here to like watch and see what's happening? And yes, Karen, I think Jana, like Jamaica. Yeah man, I am in Jamaica. I'm in Kingston, Jamaica. So what we're doing is we are going to do a little practice. So let me just explain what's the difference. Yes, come on Sean, I believe in you. You are gonna try. Alright, so what's the difference between like this practice and a class? So essentially the idea that I have for this daily yoga practice is to take it a bit slower. If you do an actual yoga class, the pace can be pretty fast. They're just like, okay, do this pose and then transition into that pose. So it's more of a workout. Whereas for this daily yoga practice, hi Tina, Sharif. Hey Tina, where are you tuning in from? Are you in Kingston? Are you in another parish? Oh God, why did I say that? Are you in Jamaica? Hey Trina, hey girl, hi. So I think you guys know that the thing is delayed. Oh, you're in Mobay. Alright Tina, welcome from Mobay. Trina is tuning in from Southern California. Hey, we have the states in the house. Thunder Rolling has joined. So I think Andre is in, I don't know, one of the states. Andre, where are you tuning in from? Let us know in the chat or in the comments. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, so like when you're in a class, it tends to move pretty fast. from pose to pose to pose. And even me, like when I'm teaching a class, that is more the vibe, you know, because it's more of a workout thing. North Carolina, okay, can't say that I know where that is. It's in the States. Welcome from North Carolina. Welcome to Kingston, Jamaica. Alright, but the idea behind this daily yoga practice is we're going to take one pose and we're going to like break it down. We're just going to dissect one single pose, and we're just going to go very slowly, warming up the body, preparing for the pose, entering the pose, and exiting the pose. And we're going to do all of that hopefully in 15 minutes. And I only laugh because my classes always go fast, and I'm like, wait, the time done already? But we're going to try. So if you have any pose that you're like, you know, I kind of want to try this yoga pose, zing, put it in the comments, or if you're watching this as a replay, put it in the comments. I'm not sure, this is my first live, guys, but yeah, put it in the comments or put it in my DMs and say like, hey Daniel, could you do this pose? I would really love to hear from you. What would you like to practice? What would you like to what would you like to practice? Hey Shade, hey Danielle, tell us where you're joining from. Hey Charles. Alright, so I think we have one other Kingstonian in the house. Shade, where are you joining us from? Charles, where are you joining us from? Hey. Alright, so continuing the little intro, so we're going to start at 5:05, which is in like 1 minute. So if you're going to be practicing today, get out your mat and come onto tabletop position. But just to continue the little intro, hold on, let me push this back a little. Ontario, hey. Canada is in the house. There, you can see. You know, someone probably shouldn't wear the black ties. The black ties kind of. Alright, I'll turn this way. Okay. Alright, so yes. So today's pose is going to be downward facing dog. Alright. Hey, Rhonda. Oh my gosh, is that like Rhonda from Camp? Yo! If it's not, forgive me. Piggles, one. So wait, Piggles. You just wait. Because it cannot be evening now. It's evening now in Kingston, but it cannot be evening where you are. Alright, so since you just wake, take out your yoga mat, because I know say I have one, and come practice with the yoga. Alright, we're gonna start now. 5:05. So guys, I probably won't be able to really focus on the chat, you know, so I probably won't be able to see the comments and stuff. But anything, like I said, leave the comments or any requests or any questions on the replay, and I will definitely reply to you guys' comments. Alright, so thanks for joining. If you're going to be practicing, we're going to be beginning in tabletop. So tabletop pose, we are planting our palms firmly into the earth. So I want to spread the fingertips wide. Spread all 10 fingertips nice and wide, and really press the palms down and the back of the fingers especially press down. Alright, so our wrists are right underneath our shoulders, and we're trying to keep a straight line here for the arms. Alright, nice straight line. Some people may have very hypermobile joints. I don't know about you, but I don't really suffer from that condition. But for some people, when they straighten, well, I kind of have it a little bit in my elbow, so I'm going to show you. So you notice that when I actually straighten, so because I'm aware of this, I don't normally straighten it like this, but you notice that the joint is pushed out. Alright, so my yoga teacher kind of informed me about this problem. I don't know if it's a problem, but yeah, it's a little thing where some people have it in the knee as well. When you see them stand up, you see them knee push back. Alright, so if you have like hypermobile joints, this is called hyperextension. What you want to do for this is you want to micro bend a little bit. So I don't know if you notice that when I do that, it kind of engages my muscles. So once you engage the muscles, that helps protect your joints. Alright, so you may not want to feel straight, because for you, if you have hyperextension in your elbow, straight is actually putting a little bit of pressure on your joints. So I want to bend just a little bit, micro bend the elbow. Alright, and if you're not sure if you have hyperextension, micro bend just in case. Alright, so we have a very tiny bend in the elbow. Shoulder, wrist is right under the shoulder, and both arms are straight, palms pressing down into the mat. The back of the knuckles are pressing down into the mat. So you're creating a nice root here with the arms. Our hips right above the knees together, shoulders moving away from the ears. So we're relaxing the shoulders, and here also you want your neck to relax. So try and keep your neck, your chin slightly close to the chest. Alright, so we're here in this position. This is an active position, and we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Lift up the neck like this. Just relax the neck, keep it nice and neutral. 2 more breaths in and out. And 1 more time, breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to cat cow now. So if you got the cheat sheet, this is like the first exercise on that cheat sheet. I have never tried it with this hairstyle, so let's see how this is going to work out. So on the inhale, starting from the base of the spine, alright, going to tuck the tail up, drop the belly down. Alright, roll the shoulders back, so getting some nice movement in the spine. Finally, if you feel comfortable, you can lift the chin up, but if you're not really comfortable with this hairstyle, then it's going to be like this. Take a nice deep breath in as you do this. Really rolling the shoulders back, squeezing them back so you can get a nice stretch in the spine. On your next exhale now, starting from the base of the spine again, going to shift the tailbone under, push the belly up into the ceiling, round the shoulders, and allow the chin to fall to the chest. Let's do that again. Inhaling, lift the tailbone up. Imagine you have a tail and somebody are pulling up to the sky. Your belly is going to drop down, and you know, using the strength of the back muscles, these traps, you're going to see if you can bring the shoulders back and squeeze the shoulders at the back. If you feel comfortable here, this time, and exhale now, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, draw the navel in, roll the shoulders, rolling them up. Ooh! Inhale. Again. So this pose or this sequence is called cat cow. I always mix up which one is cat and which one is cow, but I think this one is cow. Then inhale is cow, and then exhale is cat, making that nice arch in the back. Ooh. Tucking the pelvis under, curving the shoulder. Let's do that 1 more time. And while I'm talking, guys, feel free to continue the movement. You can sync up the movement to your breathing. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Do it as many times as you want. Exhaling. Alright, just using this to warm up the spine. Inhale and exhale. Alright, very good. Now inhale, come back to neutral. So you really want to feel the difference between when your pelvis is tilted like this, call it the anterior tilt. When it's tucked under like this, we call this posterior, and when it's nice and neutral, we call this a neutral spine. Your eyes are gazing down on the top of the mat to keep the back of the neck long. You know, sometimes you just inch up like this, you just punch up like this, so the top of your spine is just having a lot of compression here. So once you just roll the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the back of the neck by keeping the chest a little close to the chin. Alright, so we're neutral here. We're going to transition now into child's pose. So this pose is awesome for stretching out your ankles, your hips, your spine, and your knees. Alright, so from tabletop, We're just going to open up our knees wide, bring the big toes together, and we're going to shift the hips back gently, using your arms to support you here. Shift the hips back gently. So some people may not have the flexibility to go all the way down onto the heels. That's totally fine. Alright, if you notice that you're here, extend the arms out, bring the forehead down to the mat, and breathe deeply. Alright, some things that you may notice that your knees start hurting you. Alright, so you can take a pillow, drop it under the knees, and relax here in child's pose. Alright, so here we're stretching out the hips, getting some flexion for the hips. Putting the pillow underneath the knees reduces the strain on the ankles. Alright, you notice that the arms forward is not working out. Bring the arms back and relax the forehead on the mat. Keep breathing, 2 more breaths here. Alright, and now to transition out of this pose, I want everybody to bring their hands forward, and now we're going to press down into the palms again, get that nice grounding, engaging the core, and you're going to lift up, walk the palms back, come back to tabletop. Alright, so like I said earlier, our practice for today, we're going to be practicing down dog. This is like the yoga pose. Alright, so from tabletop, what we are going to do is we're going to transition into our prep for down dog. So I want you to mark the spot where your palms are and bring your elbows right to that spot. So starting with my right elbow, I'm going to substitute my elbow down where my wrist was, and then the left hand, I'm going to bring the left elbow down to where the wrist was. Alright, so what I'm feeling now, my elbow is right underneath my shoulder, my hips are up in the sky, my knees are together, and if you want to check, just check to see if we have the right distance. Bring your arms together, and if you can grasp onto the opposite elbow, you're in the right place. Alright, so depending on how open your shoulders may be, you may find it hard to rest in this position. Alright, and you may notice that your elbows are going out, right? So you want to see if you can keep the elbows here right underneath the shoulder. And this might be enough for some people, you know. Some people may not really want to take it any further than this. Alright, if you feel this like you're struggling to hold this position, it's fine. Alright, practice here, going back up to tabletop and lowering down. Going back up to tabletop and lowering down. Alright, as you lower down, remember to try and keep the shoulders away from the ears. We don't want to hunch up like this and get that compression in the upper spine. We really want to keep those shoulders moving back, down, so that we are really working those traps. Alright, everybody, now you're here. If you're comfortable, your breathing is soft and gentle. If your breathing is soft and gentle, then we're going to see if we can move on to the next step. Alright, so from here, I want you to gently walk your knees back, just a little bit, and see if you can push the chest through and come forward a little bit. So walking your knees back, pushing the chest through to rest the forehead on the mat. Alright, so this prep pose is called puppy pose. You know, before you turn a dog, you have to be a puppy. So before we do down dog, we're going to practice puppy pose. Alright, so if you feel tension again in the shoulders here, this is a really good shoulder opener. Alright, everybody have tight shoulders nowadays from all of this, right? All of this. Alright, if you feel a lot of tension in the shoulders, like I said, just practice this transition. If you want to try for puppy, walking the knees back, bringing the forehead down to the mat. going to feel a nice opening in the shoulder blade region, right underneath your underarm. Stay here, you're going to breathe nice and deep. As you inhale, you might notice that your belly is getting bigger. That's great. As you exhale, feel the air coming out of your body. Keep breathing here. Breathing in. Breathing out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. 2 more breaths right here. So inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Alright, great. Now on your next inhale, I want you to trace a line with your nose coming up, coming right back up to puppy pose. Alright, and from here now we're going to transition into our pose for today, which is the down dog. Alright, we're going to turn back around. So from here, we're going to move gently and with control, slowly. I want you to first curl the toes under. So your foot may have been flat like this. I want everybody to curl the toes under like this as you're in your puppy pose. Alright, so we're going to use our feet to help us lift up and get up into that downward facing dog. Starting with the right elbow, I want you to lift that right elbow off the mat. So we're practicing a bit of isometric movement here. It's going to help us engage our core. Now lift up the left elbow. Alright? You may notice your muscles start to engage a different way. The back muscles may start to engage. Keep the shoulders away from the ear. Now lift up your right knee. There we go. Use your feet to support you. Use your palms to support you here. Lastly, lift up your left knee. Now you want to really engage your core to hold this position. Imagine that you have a tail and someone is lifting your tail up to the ceiling. And now, with the chest, we want to do that same movement that we did earlier when we practiced puppy pose, as if you're trying to get your forehead to the mat. There we go. Now we are in down dog. Alright, couple things here. Lift the heels off the mat, especially if you are a beginner. Bend the knees as well. Alright? You may notice yourself starting to hate life and starting to hate me when you're in this pose. Don't worry. What we're going to do, pedal like you're riding a bicycle. I remember when you used to riding the bicycle. We're going to pedal here to keep some movement in our body so we don't get too tired too fast. Alright, so we're really pressing the palms down here. As one knee bends, the other one straightens. As the other one bends, the other one straightens. Don't worry if you can't get your heels down to the mat. That's really not the point. So this pose is an inversion. Boy, this pose has so many benefits. Alright, it's an inversion. It helps lengthen the spine. It stretches the hamstrings. Increases strength, flexibility. Alright, so we're going to stay here. We're just going to pedal. If you find yourself needing a pause, needing a break, to transition, to bend both knees, mindfully keeping that tension in the core. Drop both knees down to the mat. Come back to tabletop, and you can shift the hips back into child's pose. Oh, look at that, it's 5:21. Alright, so guys, that was it for our 15-minute yoga practice session. Hey! I really hope that you were able to get some more understanding into downward facing dog. Even if you weren't able to get into the full expression of the pose, hopefully you got some tips to help you practice the shoulder opening in puppy pose. Alright, the shoulder opening in puppy pose, and pedaling the feet to help you stretch the back of the legs. Alright, so I'm back looking at the screen. So welcome to everybody who is here or who practiced along with me. I'm going to be here again tomorrow. If you have a particular pose that you want to practice, that you kind of want to break down and see if you can work on this part, and you're like, boy, you know, someone have a little neck thing, you have any pose for that neck thing, yeah? Or you're having a little bit of gas and you're like, what's a good pose for some gas? Or you're having a little bit of, I don't want to get into you guys' personal life, but yeah, if you have any recommendations for any pose, anything that you would like to practice, drop it as a comment under the replay of this live. I'm not familiar yet with Instagram 100%. Oh gosh, I really hope that the noise wasn't bothering me, but hopefully I'll sort out, guys. I'll get this thing sorted out. Thank you so much to everyone who joined. I'm not sure when, but this replay will be up at some point in time later on today. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And even if I don't, remember to keep moving, alright? Because movement is what? Medicine. Bye.